Greetings and salutations and all the good things in life. Welcome to Rocky Mountain ranking the songs. And I'm your host, Davey Stella, by the way, if you haven't guessed. And today we're going to be ranking an album from one of my favorite bands, and it was the number one album of album ranking I did back in the springtime, I believe. Or Kansas, Point of No Return. Excellent album cover. Leave it back. Fantastic. This is actually the very first Kansas album I bought. This is the original album that I bought all those years ago. I believe I bought it back in '78. Relative of mine loved this band, and I decided to check them out. And tell you, when I first heard this album, I didn't know what to think. Of course, I was into Kiss and ELO and Black Sabbath at the time, so I'm like, this has got a lot of organs and other things that I wasn't big into. Of course, ELO is vastly different, even though they have keyboards and orchestration in their albums. This was just totally different from anything I'd heard. The Spider, when I heard that song, it creeped me out. It did. It just, I don't know. So anyway, let's get into this. We're ranking the songs. This album was released October 11th, 1977. Original players on it: Steve Walsh on organ and vocals, Kerry Livgren on organ, piano, vocal, or guitars, Robbie Steinhardt on violin and vocals, Rich Williams on guitar, Dave Hope on bass, and Phil Earnhardt on drums. Classic lineup. Of course, for those who don't know this lineup, well, you could call it Mark III, because there were two previous lineups of Kansas before they hit it big time. In fact, I believe Kerry Livgren was in both those lineups. Let's see, Dave Hope and Rich Williams and Phil Earnhardt was in the first lineup of Kansas, but they left and returned with this lineup. So anyway, before they rejoined Livgren, they were in White Clover. In fact, could you imagine if they kept the name White Clover instead of Kansas? Here they are, it'd be like, hey, the new White Clover album here. White Clover, Point of No Return. Doesn't have the same ring, does it? So anyway, let's get into this. Now, for those who don't know how this works, I start with my least favorite and work up to my favorite. Just because my least favorite doesn't mean I hate it. It just means I don't listen to as much. Kind of lost its luster over the years. 10 songs. Number 10, Dust in the Wind. Yep, I'm sorry, folks. That song has just worn out its welcome with me. I don't hate it, I just don't listen to it as much. So, I don't know. You can probably blame the radio for that. A lot of the songs I don't like anymore are played to death on the radio. So, that's my number 10. Number 9, Closet Chronicles. Never got into that song. It's good, but it's just kind of boring to me. Number 8, Nobody's Home. They redid the song on the album Always Never the Same, where Robbie Steinhardt returned to Kansas. This version's okay, I like it, but that version I really love. The re-recording of it. So, but that's my number 8. Number 7, Paradox. Great song. Though I don't get it too as much as I used to. Number 6, title track, Point of No Return. There again, still love the song, but I really don't need to hear it listen to it as much as I used to, because they played it to death again on the radio. Number 5, The Spider. This song has grown on me. Like I said, when I first heard it, it creeped me out, but it's a great instrumental, fantastic instrumental. The intricacies and guitar work and organ and piano and drums, and it's just awesome. Basically shows you what these guys are capable of. Number 5, the top 5 at 5. Of course, we start with The Spider. Portrait, He Knew. Fantastic song. The live version off their Two for the Show album is just awesome. I love it. Though the studio version is just as good. Number 3. Now these songs, these top 3, aren't played much live. In fact, I don't think I've ever heard any of these songs live. I might be wrong. I think I might have heard one of them, but I can't remember for sure. Anyway, number 3, Hopelessly Human. It's Hopelessly Human. Fantastic song. Creepy, just eerie. Number 2, Sparks of the Tempest. Awesome. Robbie Steinhardt singing. Fantastic. I think he sung both those songs. Yeah. Hopelessly Humans. Okay. But yeah, it's awesome. And then my number 1. Just can't get enough of this song. In fact, it opens side 2 of the album, Lightning's Hand. Robbie Steinhardt. Again, I love Steve Walsh's vocals, but Robbie's vocals, I love hearing him sing. He always sings. Seems he always sings on the harder songs. So, but Lightning's Hand. I command the lightning's hand. Just the intricacies and the organ work and guitars and drums. It's just awesome. If you've never heard this album, check it out. I mean, it just sends chills every time I listen to it. Especially the Lightning's Hand and Sparks of the Tempest and Hopelessly Human. You can also say those are deep cuts. They are. They don't play those as much as they, especially with Robbie not in the band. I'm sure they played it more when he was back in the band. Of course, he retired again, and sadly we lost him. Let's see. Where is it here? We lost him not too long ago. Yeah, he passed away in 2021. He was with the band from 73 to 82, and then he came back 97 to for 9 years. Miss him. Fantastic guy. So of course, then Steve Walsh, he retired in 2014. Of course, I don't blame him. His voice has been really suffering the last few years. He was with the band course, I'm sure he has other things he wanted to do. But anyway, current band: Phil Earnhardt on drums, Rich Williams on guitar, Billy Greer on bass, David Ragsdale on violin, guitars, Ronnie Platt on vocals, keyboards, and Tom Brislin on keyboards. Good lineup there. They had one other person. See, who was it? Zach Rizvi. Can't pronounce his last name. He left the band in 2021. He was with them since 2016. So David Marion, he was with them for a little bit of time. Anyway, if you never heard Kansas, check them out. Their whole discography is fantastic, up to their current album, Absence of Presence, which is fantastic. But yeah, little recap here. Number 1, Lightning's Hand. Number 2, Spark of the Tempest. Number 3, Hopelessly Human. Number 4, Portrait He Knew. Number 5, The Spider. Number 6, Point of No Return. Number 7, Paradox. Number 8, Nobody's Home. Number 9, Closet Chronicles. And number 10, Dust in the Wind. So, there you have it. Please subscribe. Hit the thumbs up. Greatly, everything you do would help my channel out. I know I'm not the most charismatic guy in the world, but I try. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss an episode, and leave a comment down below. Leave your own ranking of the songs. Hell, leave your own ranking of the albums. I'd like to see it. So, what we got coming up? Going to be doing a little thing of comparing an album, a movie to a book. I'll leave that a mystery. My next ranking, I have no idea what I'm going to be doing. Got some things in the works, but we'll see what happens. So, anyway, have a good week, and we'll all see you. we'll see you next. I almost said it again. Oh my gosh. We'll see you next time on Rocky Mountain Rankings. Have a good week.